Hi guys, I can't be with you today, so I'm going to give you a little lesson. This is pretty easy. It's finding areas of triangles. If you don't know the base and the height, you know from previous classes from geometry, the area of a triangle is always 1/2 the base times the height. Well, if you're not given that, then how do you find the area? So this is how you do it since you know trick. So the formula, if you look here, is 1/2 BC, which are two sides of the triangle, times an angle. And what's important is that you have to have a side and the angle between it and then another side. So if you have that situation, then you can use the formula. And it's very simple to use. So say we're going to find the area of this triangle right here. Well, the formula says I want to find the area, so I'm going to take 1/2, two of the sides that I know that are around the angle. It's got to be like side, angle, side. So that's going to be 11 times the half times 5 times the sine of 20 degrees. So you want to make sure that your calculator is in degrees, and you just do the multiplication on your calculator. Another way to do this, if you don't want to work with this 1/2, is just to say 11 times 5 times the sine of 20 and do all of that and then divide it by 2. Because remember, multiplying, wait, this is 20, sine of 20, sorry. Wait, little messy here. Okay. There you go. Just do all the multiplication, hit enter, and then you will find that the area is 9.4. So if you want to try this with my next one, make sure to get your calculators out. Okay, so let's find the area of, let's find the area of another triangle. Let's find this one. Okay, I can't move this 2. I had already placed it, but I can't move it to be in the little circle, but this is the second problem. All right, so look how easy. We're going to say, first of all, we're going to check. Do I have a side, an angle, then a side? Then I know I can use this formula. So the area is going to be 14 times 21 times the sine of 52. Make sure your calculators are in degrees, all divided by 2. Do all of this, hit enter, then divide by 2. So if you do that on your calculator, you get that the area is about 9 point. I'm sorry, that was the other answer. Was 115.84 square units. So if it's inches or centimeters or meters, you would want to say square units. And you're done. It's pretty easy. Okay, so now there's another way you can find area of a triangle when you know all 3 sides. So notice in this triangle here, this triangle right over here, I don't know any angles, but I know the 3 sides. So before in geometry, you wouldn't have been able to do this because you don't know the height. Well, you could always use Heron's formula. Sometimes they call it Heron's, sometimes they call it Hero's formula. And it looks kind of scary, but it's really not. First of all, you want to find the semi-perimeter. That just means add up all the sides and divide by 2. So make sure when you're putting it in your calculator, you either put those 3 numbers in parentheses or hit enter before you divide by 2. And that's the semi-perimeter. And then you follow the formula. The formula says take that number, multiply it times that number minus each of the sides. And you take the square root of that product and you've got the area. So let's do it. So let's find the area of this triangle. So the first thing I have to do is find the semi-perimeter. So, before I even do the area, let's find the semi-perimeter. So S is going to be 13 plus 15 plus 18 all divided by 2. So make sure when you put it in the calculator, you either put the parentheses or hit enter after you add. So it turns out that S is equal to 23. And then you just put it in the little formula. So this would be the square root of 23 times 23 minus 13, 23 minus 15. I'm going to run out of room here, and it's impossible to write small on these things. 23 minus 8. And be careful of your calculator. If your calculator gives you a parenthesis when you start, then make sure you have a parenthesis when you end. The newer ones don't give you that first parenthesis, so then you don't need it. You just need to arrow out. And then, hold on. What I do is I just rewrite this so it'll be easier to put in my calculator. So I just go ahead and do all those subtractions. So 23 minus 13 is 10, 23 minus 15 is 8, and then 23 minus 8 is 18. That's an 18 over here. Oops. This was an 18, guys. I just found my little mistake. So those are 18s. So this should be 23 minus 18, which is 5. And then just type that all in your calculator, and you will get the area. So it's about 95.9, which is approximately 96 square units. And you're done. So that's how you find the area of a triangle if you know all three sides. It doesn't use any trig. Okay, you don't need trig. Okay, let's do one more. So let's find the area of this. So first of all, we're going to find the semi-perimeter, right? So we want to add 5 plus 7 plus 9 and divide that by 2. So the semi-perimeter turns out to be 10.5. So then the area is going to be the square root of 10.5 times 10.5 minus 5, 10.5 minus 7, and 10.5 minus 9. So that gives me the square root of 10.5 times, I'll use parentheses, 5.5, and times 1.5, and then times 3.5. Type that all in your calculator. Watch out for your parentheses. So that turns out to be 17.4. Okay? Square units. So there you go. So you have how to find areas of triangles. Now you can work on your little worksheets, and it should be pretty stress-free. And I will see you on Monday. Okay? Bye.